So, Nick, tell me about how this works. I mean, obviously, you've been working together for so long. When it comes to actually getting the music down, recording, getting the album finished, what is the divvying up of roles? Who does what? How do you sort it out?
It's been interesting to kind of navigate that. We dove right in and kind of threw caution to the wind, and luckily we had some great collaborators. Ryan Tedder being one, Greg Kirsten, Rosella, a bunch of people that really helped us kind of in the creative process, refinding our chemistry and also having patience while we figured it out. And it's been unbelievable. And just this reaction to Sucker so far, the video and the song has blown us away.
It's amazing. And I think it would have been so easy for you to just kind of do what you'd always done because it was comfortable. But do you feel like you had to make a really kind of definitive choice to get together and say, what do we want this sound to be like? How do we want to make this different and grow? Because, you change as you grow.
Completely. I think a part of it was, getting in the studio together. Also just spending time. We've lived a lot of life between the three of us, and Nick's solo projects, Joe with DNCE, and finding the balance in those sounds, and then me coming back into the mix with things. So it's definitely interesting to see how it rolled out. But once we kind of found our vibe and found the team that we really felt strong with, that really helped us figure out where we wanted to head with this, it really kind of clicked, and the songs have just started pouring out of us.
It's awesome. And Kevin, how different was it for you going, because you've had time to really spend time with your family and you've got kids, which is so fantastic. Was it a weird kind of transition to get back in there and do something so different?
Yeah, it was. For me, I really enjoyed being a dad at home with my kids and, living that life for a little bit, because we were running for so long, so hard for so long. And, I definitely took advantage of it, but, for sure I missed it as well. It's one of those things where I wanted to be doing this again and hoped and dreamed of a day that would happen, and truly never thought it would. But starting this documentary the way we did, and then working on that to kind of tell our story, and then leading to actually wanting to say, hey, we want to do this again together, and then, of course, making new music has been incredible.
It's awesome. Now, it is International Women's Day. Right now, actually, in Australia, it's just kicked off. As a dad to girls, what are some things that you want your kids to know and embody as they kind of grow up and face the big bad world?
Oh, just be your own person, be strong, have your own opinions, live your best life, and, just spread love, honestly. Everybody, there's no reason for all this negativity in the world, and I think that goes a long way with what even we're trying to do as a band right now, which is just try to, bottle happiness in a sense.
I love that.
And I want them to live in a world where they are free to be themselves, but at the same time they can just enjoy life and not have to worry as much about things. So definitely that.
I love that. I love that you said you're trying to bottle happiness, boys, because the video for Sucker, I think, embodies that. I can't not smile when I watch this video. But one thing I imagine is
thank you.
What if one of you was still single? Would you have still done it and just had like one of you guys as like the awkward fifth wheel, just hanging out on his own?
Well, I think we would have figured out something. I think statement. Funny thing to think about, but I feel like we're lucky enough to have these amazing leading ladies in the video, and it made our job very easy that day and fun. And I think it was probably the most amount of fun we've ever had on a set.
Awesome, as it should be. Now let's talk about this documentary. We know what is happening. We don't know much else. How far in are we? When did you decide to do it? What's it going to be called? Can I have some details?
We don't have a ton of information to share at the moment. We haven't picked the title yet, and as far as when it'll come out, we're not sure, because we're trying to make it the best it can be. But the partnership with Amazon is really exciting to us, and the team over there is incredible, and they've done an amazing job already of kind of giving us some perspective of the things to lean into in the story, and because there's a lot to cover,
Totally.
Between our childhood, our career when we were younger, and then now, it's kind of an insane journey to have been able to film. And there's also, some like 30 360 hours or something of archive footage as well, which is
Whoa.
crazy. They're sorting through. So it's gonna be fun to see it all come together, and also I think going to give people some perspective into who we are, and hopefully into family as a whole and what that means to you. And I think it'll make you want to call your family and just check in on them.
That's nice. What parts of your life are just for you guys? Because I know you would have to have certain areas where you go, yep, this stuff we're happy for the world to see, but this is just for me or this is just for us. What are those things?
There are those things that you still keep precious to you, and you try to keep away from the public. But at the same time, with this documentary especially, we want the world to kind of see who we are and what our lives are like, even behind the scenes, and bring you into our world of what our lives are like now, even with our families, extended families, and what that looks like.
Awesome. All right, well, I'm going to finish with the fan question because we got absolutely inundated, of course, as usual, by the people. This one comes from Courtney, and she said, what is the one thing that you boys learned from going solo that you'll now use/appreciate now that you're back together?
I think that we're just so fit. Yeah, go ahead, Nick.
No, I just think that the time apart definitely gave us some perspective as to how lucky we are to get to do this with our family and with our best friends. Sharing these experiences with the people you love and care about makes it all the better. And as far as just lessons learned, I think it's about not taking yourself too seriously. I think this time around, having been in the game now for quite a while, we have that awareness of saying that it's not always the end of the world, and it's okay to have fun, let loose, and not take yourself too seriously.
Amen. I absolutely love it, boys. Keep bottling that happiness and get your butts to Australia ASAP, all right?
Yeah, for sure.
We want to.
Okay, I heard it definitely a for sure, and I want to, so I'm going to hold you to it, boys. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you soon.